Matthew Stevens, as we said, 19th in the world rankings, down from his start of season 14th. Graeme Dott, 16th, down from his start of season 12th.
One.
Don't know whether he realised he was going to cannon the black, but it's a good job he potted the red, because he would have left Stevens right in if he hadn't.
Seven.
Graeme Dott, one of the most underrated players in the game, in my opinion. Nobody who reaches 3 world finals, winning one, can be anything but a very fine player.
8. $15. 16.
'Over on table 2, Sean Murphy
23.
is 2-0 up on Mark Davis, and there's a few in front in the lengthy third frame.
24. 31. 32. 39. 40.
He had a pretty good idea that the cannon would work out like that. I can now confirm that Sean Murphy has beaten Mark Davis by 3 frames to 0.
46. 47. 54. 55. 62. $63. $68.
Can he still pot red to right corner?
$69.
Now that he has, he's already put his opponent at the snooker's required stage. Not that he may have the chance to pursue them in all probability.
$73. Graeme Dott, 73.
Which leaves Stevens needing two snookers. Terrific long red from Stevens. I suppose justifying his decision not to play on for snookers at the end of the last frame. There's definitely nothing wrong with his cueing. If he can power in balls like that. May have potted that a bit on the thick side. If he potted the yellow to the heart of the pocket, I think he would have been round to take red to middle. Matthew Stevens won Championship League in 2011. Thumping kick. Which has left the cue ball uncomfortably close to the side cushion. I don't think that the referee, or referees in general, polishing the cue ball after a kick in their gloves actually does any good. I think it just shifts the grease or whatever it is round. And bearing in mind, those pair of gloves have been picking up an awful lot of balls. So, crunching pot. Oh, cruel Cruel, cruel.
Matthew Stevens 11. Graeme Dott 5.
Pity about that because he was potting well. Very good attempt at that difficult red. Playing it in that way, he wasn't leaving any other red if he happened to miss it. As long as Dott got the cue ball on that diagonal, he wasn't leaving the danger red near the right corner. Good safety from Stevens. An appreciative tap on the table from Dott. Very nicely negotiated. Tough shot this, but will pay dividends if it goes in.
One.
Is he on the black? Just about.
Eight.
Not what Stevens expected. He was expecting that a cannon would stop the run of the cue ball to the side cushion. This is missable now.
Wow. Miss. Matthew Stevens, 8. Graeme Dott, 7.
Well, it's very tight. Tried desperately to reach the potting angle, but just clipped the black. Several reds moved. A miss was called. And Brendan Moore is very pleased indeed that Dott elected to play from the position left, because how he would have got all those balls back in their original positions, I'm not quite sure.
Six. Seven. Fourteen. Fifteen. 22.
Has left himself a little low for this red.
$23.
So low, in fact, that he couldn't hold for black ball position.
$28. $29.
Well, it was a thin contact. I didn't notice any kick, but that was a set about something.
$36.
It should be simple for a player of Dott's calibre to clinch a 2-0 lead here.
37. $44. 45. 52.
So this is effectively frame ball.
$53. $58.
Stevens played some good shots at the start of this frame, but he had one very unfortunate stroke of luck. He also
Graeme
made a
Dott,
miscalculation,
58.
thinking a ball would go when it wouldn't, and so it is. He finds himself, in all probability, 2-0 behind. Stevens playing on with 2 snookers to tie. Oh, how careless was that? How careless was that?
Wow. Matthew Stevens, 4.
Well, Dott had a chuckle at his own ineptitude there.
Wow.
Back to
Graeme
2
Dott,
snookers
4.
needed, and that's enough. So Graeme Dott leads Matthew Stevens by 2 frames to 0. Whatever you do, don't hit the blue, is the maxim for the break-off shot. The trouble with using a cue with extra length on it is that the player has to form a very long bridge, and that makes it more difficult to deliver the cue through straight. Has left only a tricky plant though. That's not what he played. Had to swerve, was intending just to clip the edge of the wing red in the bunch. Missed that red thin. Had he potted it, would probably have been on the black. Tempted double, played as a shot to nothing. Not interested in black ball position. Still no danger though. Judd Trump has taken the opening frame against Ryan Day over on table 2. Tended to play that in such a way as to cover the red to top right corner, but didn't get the cue ball far enough across.
1.
Can't get through to the pink. Could attempt the green, which is not the easiest of shots.
Eight. 9. 16. 17.
Got a thicker cannon off the second ball than he expected. Therefore the black is much thinner than he expected. As long as he pots it though, he should be on a red.
$24. 25. 31. 32.
Stevens looking at a 3-0 defeat.
39.
He's gone wrong.
$42.
Doesn't really want to move the red, which is next to the brown, because that's in an awkward enough position to make it difficult for Stevens to clear up if he did get in.
Graeme Dott, 42.
42, yes, but Dott will be disappointed, because that was a frame and match-winning chance. Good red to move from Stevens' point of view. Dott's got to be careful not to play himself into trouble here. If he screws back, he would possibly leave himself open to a snooker behind the yellow next shot. That's why he didn't do that. So here comes the Stevens counter-attack. Well,
Matthew Stevens 1.
no excuse for missing a black like that from its spot.
One.
Match clinching chance for Dott then.
Seven.
Screw back too far, shouldn't have left this as a rest shot.
Eight.
Not so sure that he actually played on this red. It would have been more logical to play for the one underneath the pink.
Okay. 16.
This is effectively match ball.
$23. $24.
And that red makes certain.
$31. Graeme Dott.
So Graeme Dott beats Matthew Stevens by 3 frames to 0.